It was Halloween night in 2017, and Jason Miller was out trick-or-treating in the quiet town of Willow Creek. The evening had started off great. Spooky decorations, bags of candy, and laughter filling the crisp autumn air. But as Jason made his way down Maple Street, his legs suddenly began to throb with a searing pain. He winced, trying to push through it, but the pain only grew worse with each step. Thankfully, his house was just around the corner. He decided to call it a night and head home, limping the entire way. As he reached his front door, he felt a wave of relief. Inside, his father Mark greeted him, concern etched on his face. "Everything all right, bud?" Mark asked, noticing Jason's discomfort. "My legs hurt like crazy," Jason replied, dropping his candy bag on the floor. Mark knelt to check his son's legs. "Looks like you overdid it tonight. Why don't you rest on the couch? I'll be next door at the Mitchells if you need anything." Jason nodded, settling into the worn-out couch in the living room. He grabbed a handful of candy, trying to distract himself with the sugary treats. His dad left, promising to be back soon. As Jason lay there, the room began to feel colder, the warmth from earlier fading away. He thought it was just the exhaustion setting in, but then something strange happened. His body suddenly went numb. He couldn't move a single muscle. Panic set in as his vision began to distort, the world around him morphing into a nightmare. It was like looking through a shattered snow globe with black, swirling snowflakes clouding his sight. He tried to scream, but no sound came out. His heart pounded in his chest, fear coursing through his veins. He was trapped in his own body, unable to move or call for help. Then, out of the corner of his eye, Jason noticed movement in the next room. He managed to turn his head ever so slightly, just enough to see a tall, shadowy figure lurking in the doorway. The figure was unnaturally tall, its limbs long and slender, almost like it was made of darkness itself. It moved slowly, deliberately, as if savoring the terror it was causing. Jason's mind raced. Was this some kind of Halloween prank? But it felt too real, too terrifying to be a simple trick. The figure stepped closer, and Jason could feel its presence. Cold, menacing, and overwhelmingly evil. Just when it seemed the figure would reach him, everything went black. When Jason came to, he was able to move again. The figure was gone, and the living room was back to normal, the eerie chill replaced by the familiar warmth of his home. Shaking, he bolted upright and ran to find his mom, Mary. He told her everything, every horrifying detail. But when she checked the house, there was nothing out of the ordinary. No sign of the figure, no sign of anything strange. She brushed it off as a vivid nightmare brought on by too much candy and excitement. But Jason knew it wasn't just a nightmare. He could still feel the cold grip of fear that had paralyzed him, still see the haunting figure in his mind's eye. The next day, he told his friends at school, hoping someone might have an explanation. But all he got were uneasy glances and half-hearted reassurances. To this day, Jason still doesn't know what he saw that night. But every Halloween, as the shadows lengthen and the air turns cold, he can't help but feel that same creeping dread, as if the figure is still out there, waiting for him to let his guard down.